Kingfisher. So good morning. There's a bridge here, and when I drove past it just 2 minutes ago, there was an osprey sitting in the top of a tree, and I hope it's still there. So we're gonna go and take a look. That was a great egret flying past the bridge, and I haven't got any good photos of a flying great egret, so that's pretty nice. But unfortunately I kind of messed up the settings. So of course the osprey flew away immediately when I got onto the bridge. So look at the view here. It's actually very nice. There's a lot of small birds in the trees here. There's a heron. And yes, we're talking about this in a second. So I think I'm gonna... So this is pretty open, but the good thing with it being open is that I have a better view of the sky and everything that flies around me. I think I'm actually gonna place myself down by the water. Just wait for a bit. So let's talk about it. This happened, and I am so excited for it. So this is the Sony 300mm 2.8 GM lens, and never in my life have I owned anything in this like category of lenses, and I cannot express how happy I am and how excited I am to try this out. I've been wanting to get something like with a 2.8 aperture for such a long time. Now I have one in my kit, and I cannot be more excited about it. And for this video I figured we're gonna take this out for the spin, and I'm gonna share my first impressions using this beast of a lens. Yeah, I haven't really taken it out for a serious like photography session yet, so I'm very excited to try this out. And so this is not a review of the lens or anything like that. It's more of a first impressions and hopefully some example photos. I'm not sure if I'll get something, as you know, with nature photography, but this spot has some really great potential. A friend of mine, Darek, he was here a couple of days ago and saw lots of birds like ospreys and white-tailed eagles and kingfishers, and yeah, a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping to be able to get something to try this lens with. And for the camera body, I'm using the Sony a7R5, and this one I have borrowed from Sony. This is not my camera, but I figured since this is a 300mm lens, having very high resolution as this camera offers can be very nice. So we'll see what this morning will bring, and my strategy is just to sit here and wait until something appears. I figured that is the best way to do it, because when you sit down and be quiet for maybe half an hour, the wildlife around here will probably start living again. Because when I'm here talking and so on, they're not. So let's see. Storskarv, as we say in Sweden. Oh my god. Are we sharp? It's just kind of ridiculous how sharp this is, to be honest. Okay, this will be fun. So it starts raining. Didn't expect that. They're pretty big fish in the waters here. A lot of activity, so I think this is a great spot for the osprey to hunt. And I can also see a lot of small fish, so kingfisher would most likely enjoy this place. But unfortunately there are no like obvious sticks for it to sit on. But and there's a lot of herons here, and they kind of fight with each other. It's pretty cool to see. That was pretty close. The sharpness out of this thing is insane. What even is this? This is 300 without the crop mode, as you can see. But thanks to the sharpness and the resolution, I can easily crop in like this and still have like lots of resolution and quality left. Pretty insane. Who comes here? I think the Osprey's here. So I think there are 2 Ospreys actually. And both of them are perching in a birch tree pretty far from here. And here we are, in rain. Oh, I wonder if I should go into the forest under a tree or something just to have it pass, because I don't want to get soaked. Well, that escalated quickly. So the weather picked up pretty heavily, and I'm gonna have a little break here. So I'm trying to decide if I should go like to the same spot or if I should go down there to be a bit more covered. But last time they didn't seem to care that I was sitting like clean open. But the Ospreys, however, I don't really know. So I think I'm going left here. And since it's been raining, it's so slippery, sketchy walking with expensive gear. Okay, this spot is actually very nice. The great egret here. Oh, it's beautiful. Perched like beside this mossy tree, as you can see, and a very nice reflection of the bird as well, so pretty happy with that actually. I've set this up in a way that I get crop mode when I press on this button here in the middle and back, and I think it works very nice. So I have it set the same for videos, so I can finally see the Osprey, but it's flying in the wrong direction. Too bad. But imagine, just imagine having a Osprey hunting here in front of me. That would be amazing. So all I can do is just sit and wait and hope for the best. Kingfisher. I can see the kingfisher. I did not expect that. It actually perched pretty closely and I don't even have a height. Nice. So in a situation like this, where a small bird is perching maybe 15 meters from here, 300 isn't really enough for that. For big birds like ospreys, and yeah, it's no problem at all. So for in this case, I think the 200 to 600 would be a better lens to use, since this thing is so sharp. I can crop in and there's still like detail and micro contrast and sharpness, which makes it usable. The first thing I noticed when I unboxed this is how lightweight it is. It's just so small, and you think like a prime lens should weigh a lot, but this thing is just like, I think it's 1.5 kilos. It's such a great handling of this lens, and that is probably the thing that I actually love the most with it. That combined with the ridiculous performance that it does, it's such a powerhouse. But so obviously this is new gear to me. I'm probably overexcited for it. So that's why I really don't want to make a review now, because I haven't used it and I'm overly excited about it. So I need to cool down a bit and use it for a couple of months before actually making a like real review of it, I think. Osprey is back, I think. So about my 500mm f4 from Sigma that broke down on me. So I decided to repair that and sell it. So it's no longer in my kit. Why is that? Because when it broke down, I started using my 200 to 600 like all of the time. I kind of realized that weight is something I should prioritize, because I didn't really miss carrying around that large lens. Yeah, but what I did miss was the possibility to have like the aperture of f4 instead of 6.3. And so I decided to get a lens with an even wider aperture. So the difference between 6.3 and 2.8 is bigger. So that's why I decided to get the 300 instead, just because of the weight and the performance of it. And it just nails the focus and sharpness. This is just mind-blowingly good in my opinion. Wow. So I guess that's it for the first day with the 300, and I am very impressed by the quality coming out of this thing. I am very happy with the day, because we got an Osprey, we got the herons, and we got the great egret, and yeah, a lucky day for bird photography in my opinion. And the kingfisher, can you hear it? Oh, the sound of a kingfisher makes my heart go faster. Well, again, I am truly impressed by the image quality, but we're not done. This is just my first impressions using this lens. I will make more in-depth videos about it. I will also make a comparison between the 200 to 600 versus this with the teleconverter, because I think it would be very interesting to see. Because if you follow the channel, you know that I absolutely love the 200 to 600, and that is still the case. I will still use that lens a whole lot, because sometimes a zoom lens is much more powerful than having a prime with like a wide aperture. Please let me know if you have any tips or something I can, like accessories for this lens that can make it even more convenient to use or better, I don't know. If you know anything, please let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye!